Welcome back, broskies. We took a little break. We had some birthday parties, but that's over, so it's time to hit the freaking bricks again, bro. Last time we left, we cut a bunch of metal out of the inside of here, so we made a little room for this motor because she's a bit big. And also, we took the fan off the front. That big clutch fan stuck out about that far. We did away with it. We're gonna put the radiator with fans in there. That's what we're gonna do. We're a big fan of those fans. We got the 460 big block Ford with the big old C6 in there, and we're ready to roll. This one's a little bit loose. This one's a little bit tight. Once I fire it up and rev it a few times, they'll stretch a little bit. I could tighten them up the rest of the way. They'll be good. And I'm very happy with the way she starts. The carburetor, again, we soaked it, cleaned it up a bit, and now she ain't sticky. She works real well. She doesn't flood. I guess we can start it up one quick time just to show you guys. We got it running good. We still didn't time it. I'm not gonna do that till it's in the car and everything's hooked up and everything's ready to roll. We'll hit it with a timing light. We'll take it out and take it for a ride. If you didn't see this already, I want to show you guys how quick it starts. We take these starters, bomb, we hit that on there, and we're up. Well, normally we do it this way. We put this in there, we put it right there, and that's the key. Now, once we take the hot wire from the starter and we touch it, watch this, man. I didn't touch the gas. It's ice cold. Watch it fire up, man. I'm very excited about the way this motor runs. Come on, are you kidding? Wow. It sounds good. Smooth, man. Very, very, very smooth. Woo! That is awesome, bro. Woo! All right. So we don't have to keep starting it up. We know it starts, we know it runs good. She's strong. Oh, it sounds so good. I don't know if it sounds that good on film, but boy, does it sound good. I love a throaty big block. I gotta hook the radiator up, man. I gotta get it in the hole to really start doing stuff. So let's get it in there. Yeah. One of the things that we have to do is we have to put it on the frame just to get the measurements for the drive shaft.
Just to mock it up.
Just to mock the drive shaft. We need the weight on the frame. I'm ready to take it down the road. It's already insured. I just gotta run down the motor vehicle and put it on the road, man. Everything is scented. Everything is where it should be. The motor turns out it's perfect. Check this out. Look at this clearance. This is like absolutely perfect. There's like 1.5 inches, 2 inches. And if we had the fan, it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. But this is how it's gonna sit. It's gonna go down about 4 more inches, 3.5 inches to the ground, the whole car. So instead of it being here, it'll be like here, but it'll be perfect. It's gonna be high. There's 4 spots on each side of the frame that meet the body. That's where we're gonna do the work. That's where all the fabricating comes in. And the front, I'm gonna do something fancy and fabricate. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take a piece of 3/4 steel, or I think it might be half inch steel by like 1.5 inches wide, and I got about a 10-foot piece. I'm gonna grind it down and heat it up and bend it. I'm bend it like this, turn it, bend it up, turn it, bend it, and then bolt it here and bolt it here, and that's what's gonna hold the front end up. So those are gonna be homemade motor mounts in the front, or frame mounts, I mean. Homemade frame mounts for the very front. The rest of it just has 2 of these stacked on top of each other, like so. And it sits right on the frame. So once we know these are in the right place, we're gonna tack them, weld them, tack it, weld it, keep them together, and then we're gonna tack it, weld it onto the frame, and then I might lift the body back off. I don't know, I really would hate to. I have it so perfect. I don't know that I even wanna lift the body back off. There's no gas tank in it, so just go crazy. Weld everything up where you want it, and bolt everything where you want it. So we're also bolting it. So wherever we welding it, we're also bolting it. So everything's gonna be really, really good. So we paint all day and we hot rod by night, but we were gonna go home and eat dinner because we're starving, but we just got a phone call. We sold the Cordoba. The dude came, picked it up. I let him take the plates and everything and use it. So he's coming back with the plates. We'll ask him how the car runs. We'll see how he likes it, and we'll go forward from there, but he's bringing it back. Plus he owed me 50 bucks. He was 50 bucks short. It's 40-something years old. 1976, 86, 96, 2006, 216, 226. It's almost 50 years old. It's 49 years old. I told him it's a great project car. He says, damn, I'm gonna drive this thing. I say, well, you can. We were using it, you know, running around with it, so there's no reason why you can't. It starts, it drives, it goes, it stops. It passes inspection. What else do you need? You know, anything after that, Put it in there, fix it, restore it. So Broskies, Jacob and Joe stopped by to tell us how the Cordoba was running. How is the Cordoba running?
Actually, it's running pretty good.
Smooth.
Is it smooth?
Yeah.
It's a good car. We used the car. We drove it around.
It's like driving a freaking couch on a marshmallow.
It is. It is pretty cool, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed the car. Listen, it's almost 50 years old.
You know what? My wife likes it.
Yeah?
That's gold right there.
That's the badge.
That's gold.
Wow.
The wife's like, oh, you did good. You got a good one.
No, and it's a good car.
Any car I bring home is a piece of junk.
Listen, when I put the thing out there, I didn't want to sell. What I wanted to do was rip the motor out, put a 440 in it with 4-speed.
Oh, nice.
That's what I wanted to do with that car. It's a Charger body, really. They just changed the front end.
Yeah.
The front.
I don't know Chrysler much.
Yeah, I'm not big on Chrysler either.
Yeah.
We're Ford guys, man.
Ford?
Yeah,
I see.
well,
What's the one you got up here?
There's a 65 Ford pickup. There's two.
There's a hot rod here that's covered in primer. What is that?
Oh, yeah. That's a 69 Torino GT fastback.
Torino.
This is a 68. Then there's a 65 Ford out there, pickup, and then there's a 63 Ford fastback. What is that? A 500.
Oh, that's nice too.
And they're all fastbacks, so that's
You're a
pretty
Ford
cool.
guy, huh?
I'm really a Ford guy. I'm mostly Fords. However, we just did a 53 Mopar, but in the true nature of Ford, we put a Ford in it. We just sat the car down on the frame, so we can now measure the drive shaft. But look at this thing, 460 big block Ford. If I hit the starter wire on the battery, boom, just starts right up.
Right up.
I took a 2005 Ford E250 van, and I cut the van off of it, and that's the frame for that. So it's got disc brakes front and back, and a tow package.
Wow.
So it'll tow like 10,000
And
pounds.
the wheelbase was the same?
No, I cut 12 and a half inches out of the frame
You had to cut it out.
and shorten it.
Okay.
I shortened the frame.
This
So
is really cool.
it's all this shit right here is for the inside of this car. We got seats, we got everything that goes on the inside.
This is gonna be really cool. I've never seen a station wagon before. I've seen the coupes. I haven't seen a station wagon.
Yeah, this was a very cool car. You want to hear this thing run?
Yeah, start it up. Hell yeah.
I love
hear
starting. Let me grab
I
the
had
battery.
this thing when it was off when the body was on.
That's a 67 RS.
Nice. I
It's
love
a-
the hideaway lights.
It's a 4-speed car, but it's got quarters up there. It's got fenders. We got a lot of metal work to do. So it's got work. So we're like, you know what? Let's get rid of stuff that we can do.
Show me a Camaro that doesn't need work, and I'll show you a very expensive car.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna put
All
hit
right,
the
go
gas.
for it.
You ready?
I'm
Oh, son of a gun! I forgot the gas, man. You know what? I busted it.
probably fill up the bowl.
I can. I'll fill the bowls up. Good
There you
idea.
go.
Where's my bowl filler upper?
You got your ignition hot?
Yeah, that's what I got to do right here. I got a little jump. Yeah, I did. No, something fell off. She fires right up. Something fell off here. Probably back in here. No, that's the hot wire. So it's only, all you need is hot to this,
Yep.
fuel and air. I didn't mess with anything, did I, Devin?
No. You got the
Oh, I didn't ground it.
Wait,
Shit. No, the ground is on the back.
that's negative. That's positive.
Yo, when was the last time you set your shit up backwards, bro? She was probably spinning the wrong way. You run great. Can you imagine I had the damn thing hooked up backwards?
When
And
was
it cranked
spinning, I didn't
over.
notice, but I think
That's
it's
crazy. I didn't even know it could do that. This thing should start up. Is there a battery in this? Woo! That was nice.
Cause I'm sitting around.
Everything's got to make noise that we
I
own.
love it. I love it.
The one that you saw out front, the Jackass, that's the one that we started becoming popular with. That was a shell. Literally a shell. No motor, no front end, no
people
fenders,
love
no
to see
glass.
that. Yeah, they love
And I
to see
started
that.
from scratch and I made it into a car and then I took it down. And then when Devin came back, we started filming it and I put 35-inch mud tires. See those mud tires? I had them on that car. I took it to the track, called it the jackass, and was tearing the track up. They were yelling at me, "Oh, you're this piece of shit! What are you doing on my track?"
My other son works in a hot rod shop, and I traded my El Camino for his Trailblazer.
Right.
Because he wanted something simple and old and something he could just change. He slapped in a 5.3 with a cam, headers, and he bought a 6-speed for it, a Magnum.
Yeah, I like the
It's
6-speed.
so fun right now. I want it
Yeah.
back, but it's his now. He took it to the track. He just went to the track.
Yeah.
It has the 7.5 10 bolt in it.
Nice.
So I told him, I said, listen, you need a new rear end. That's your weak link right now.
Yeah.
Please don't blow this up. Please. I want to sell the rear end. We'll get you a good rear end.
Good, yeah.
He blows up the rear end.
Yeah. A 9-inch Ford rear will work real well.
He's looking at it, but he works for a hot rod shop, and the guy is
Okay, good.
like, you got to get this one. So I'm like, James, get ready to spend. Like, he doesn't ask the price. He's like, I get one, whatever I need, get it. It's $4,500 for a rear end. I'm like, James. He's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I can't
We buy
afford
everything
that.
off Facebook or whatever.
That's
Just
what I do.
use stuff, you know.
A 12 bolt. Get an A body 12 bolt.
Yeah.
And that'll fit right in. It's a little wider.
I got a Dana 60 out of a truck in mine.
I'm going to the track tonight. Like, James, please, I don't need you racing tonight. The rear end's gonna fall out of that. You're gonna be calling me up to come pick up the car.
Did he lose it at the track?
No, he
No.
went down. He's just spinning down the whole track. He's like, I couldn't grab traction.
Couldn't grab it.
I said, well, you need stickies, and if you get stickies,
Soft
now you-
shocks in the back. Yeah,
Shocks are shot. It's just a lot of wheel hop.
Right. Yeah, that's the whole thing. We learned trial by error. We
Yeah.
went down there, but like I said, we started with the mud tires.
I'm trying to tell him things that I've experienced. I'm only telling you because it happened to me.
Because I know.
Yes, I did it. I was there. I'm helping you out. He knows better than me.
No, that's usually what happens. That's
He's gonna learn.
I got 4 sons all total now. So
Me too. 4
yeah.
sons.
So, and they all know better than me, right, Dev? Beautiful.
Yeah, it came out nice. It came out real nice.
Wow.
It looks beautiful.
It came out good.
Came out really good.
And he's happy.
Yeah.
He's happy. I'm happy.
Yeah. No, listen,
We'll be
it's
happy
50
with the
years.
gas mileage, but
It's
he's happy.
50 years old, so it's got a 2-barrel on it. So it's not
Oh, it
terrible.
does have a 2-barrel.
It does have a 2-barrel.
Well, we're talking about. He's like, how can I make it
It's
faster?
brand
So
new.
the cam
Yep.
Well,
intake.
I said in the future. I'm not
Yeah.
not touching that into the fire.
No, but as soon as you get a better tranny like the 727. I think it's a 904, but you could get a 727, which is a better.
Those are
tranny.
good. I heard them.
Yeah.
727.
And you could rebuild that engine with a cam. Oh man, you could take that thing out.
three
My,
It's
very easy.
my
It is a
grandparents'
good engine.
neighbor saw me ride down, comes out immediately. Apparently, he owned like dozens of them. He was telling me how he used to mod them, how in the
Yeah.
rain or the snow, he put about like 150 pounds of sandbags in the trunk to keep it level.
Yeah, no, you could do a lot with that car. Now we were gonna do it too. We were even gonna put a big block.
It's
in,
in
but-
nice shape. It's in
Yeah,
nice shape.
but you could take that small block, that 360, and you could just put a cam and a good intake on it with a 4-barrel.
It'll wake it
It'll
up.
wake it
Yeah,
right
yeah,
up.
wake
It'll
it up.
just breathe. All right, broskies. So guess what? We're going home to eat dinner. It's been a long day. Joe, it's been a pleasure. I'm
Absolutely,
glad to meet
absolutely.
you. Jacob, you're awesome. The car's beautiful. Holy mackerel. He took the car and put some wax on it. It looks brand spanking new. I want it back.
We'll sell it to you for a good price.
You did a good job. It looks beautiful. Enjoy it. Have fun.
He's coming along as a hot rodder now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, join the club.
Pretty soon he'll have no money, no girlfriend,
That's
plenty
it.
of cars.
That's the way it works. So, if you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure you get over to YouTube, subscribe, and hit the little bell. Every time we put something up, you'll get a notification.